There's a lot of sales on at the moment for gardening plants, so have a look for them. I bought a ceanothus. In fact, I bought two, one for the house garden, one for the homestead. So I thought I'll come down to the homestead, do a bit. And I've just walked in and I'm actually shocked. After the sun we've had, the last thing I expected to see down here was frost. Look at it. It's as if it's been snowing. Right, now I grant you, it is only 3 degrees today. But still, it's been such a nice sunny day that I'm just taken aback. Look at it, all over the place. You know what this is here, don't you? Frozen veg. Look at it. Nice blue sky, not a cloud in the sky. Sun is now gone behind the mountain and the wind's blowing to the east. But my plan was to plant a few spring bulbs and to put my ceanothus in the ground. Well, that's shocked me, that is. I might have to start considering putting these spring bulbs into pots. It's obviously going to take longer to be workable than I thought. But at least the positive side is, with a frozen bit of ground, it means that it's killing off all the bugs, the slugs and the snails. It's like the winters that I remember, but it's just the fact that we've had beautiful sunshine today that's thrown me. And I was in the house thinking, oh, I'm wasting a day by just waiting in for these parcels. And I'm wasting a day being out in the sun. But even if I was here, well, couldn't have done a stitch. Although seeing this frost now has made me think, on the way home, I might pop into the butcher's if he's still open and get some lamb and maybe make some Welsh broth, as we call it, cowl. And that'll soon warm up the gusset. So the plan is, this is going to go by the side of the greenhouse in the corner. There's a bit of a dead end, a dead bit there. It's frustrating now. So I feel as if I've got the energy to crack on and the weather's not playing ball. I can't paint because apparently you're not supposed to paint below a certain, was it 10 degrees? I've got the silicone for the glass. Apparently you can't put that on if it's below 8 degrees. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe there'll be a bit of sunshine soon, then there'll be a mad rush, and then at least I'll know for next year. This year it's all about getting to know the land, getting to know the weather patterns again. But have a look at this. I bought this from directplants.com. I think it was £40 in the sales. I don't mind spending that amount of money if I can see where it is, and that I would much prefer to buy something like this that's established than one of these 6-inch pots, and then you've got to wait. And if you buy a 6-inch pot of something these days, you're talking about £12 anyway. By the time you've paid the postage, even the smallest plant seems to be about 20. So I think if you spend a bit more, because if you usually buy something that's over £40, you get the postage free. But this will be great. Now the one I've got for the house, I will show you that one. That is the different colour. This is blue, and I think the one for the house is pink. So the plan was to also plant the one in the house, and I might be able to do that because when I had a quick look in the garden, and plus you get some sticks you can use in the garden as well. When I looked in the house garden, the cottage garden this morning, there was no frost at all. This is why I'm shook by coming down here. Now don't forget, there's a list on my blog, SeanJamesCameron.com, of where I buy all my stuff from, with all the links. Look at that, that is a great specimen, and I'll show you where I intend to plant it. So the greenhouse will come up to this point here, and then this bit is a bit like spare bit of land. I was thinking about putting my wheelbarrow there, but then with my London head on, I thought you don't want a wheelbarrow close to the gate, because on the rare chance that somebody does break in, you don't want to give them a means to get stuff out quick. If the wheelbarrow is on the furthest end, then at least by the time they've walked over to get them and come back, the alarm would have been raised. So here is where it will be, and here it is where it can establish itself into a nice bush. Now obviously some of it will be hitting the greenhouse, a bit like that, but that's fine. Be a nice bush there, make a nice hedge in time. Now because I can't plant it today, I'm still going to leave it like that, and I'm still going to leave it in the plastic bag that it came, for a bit of added protection. But these have been grown outside, so there shouldn't be an issue with it getting to know this garden. So nothing else I can do. Right, come on then, let's get down that butcher's, get a bit of lamb, then go home and make some broth, which I haven't done for quite a while now. Right, due to popular demand, I've changed something. Can you tell what it is? Apparently the bell was too annoying for everybody, so I've put it on the freezer. Right, the other thing I've done this week is I've bought myself a cast iron kettle, and I love it. So I put it onto the hob there, and I put it on, the heat on, and yes, it takes twice as long as the electric kettle, but I quite like that. It's a sort of forced relaxation, because you can't have it quick. You have to think, oh right, the kettle's boiling, what else should I do? Maybe I'll do a few dishes, maybe I'll just wipe down the worktop. So I quite like it, although yesterday there was a bit of an incident. It is still cold. I don't think it's reached more than 5 degrees this week. And I was in here and the cat wanted to go out, because we've got to the point now where she comes to ask to go outside to go to the toilet. So I opened the door, and even though it was cold, it was sunny, blue sky day. So I went out, walked around the garden. I put the kettle on, I went out, walked around the garden, she came in, I came in straight after her. And I thought, the bus. So when the bus passes my house, I know within a minute it'll be coming back down again. So I thought, right. So I ran out, jumped on the bus, went down Treorchy, and then just as I arrived in Treorchy, I remembered, did I put the kettle on? So I got off one bus, went across the road, and immediately jumped on another bus, and then came home. And yes, the kettle was on. So I didn't bother to go back out again. So today I went down Treorchy, and I went to go and buy some veg, because I want to make some cawl, some Welsh broth, but I want to make a video on just how to make that, on how to make the cawl. Because I think if you wanted to find out how to make cawl, you'd have to search through all the other different things that I was doing. So I'm going to make, either tonight or tomorrow, because the time is getting on now, a video just about Welsh cawl in order to put that onto my blog. And then on the way back from the shopping, oh, I did go into Too Good to Waste, but there was nothing there. I find sometimes you go in there and there's a load of stuff you can see, and then another day there's just nothing there. And I think now it's time to stop spending, because I'm buying all this stuff for the shed or for the summer house, and I need to get on and get the summer house finished, get the shed finished, and do all those tasks. So that is the plan for the rest of the month. Get all those little niggly tasks finished. But obviously, it depends on the weather. But while I was there, I thought, let me just have a look at how hard the ground is. So I picked up the spade, shoved it in the ground, and before I knew it, I was digging a hole for the archway. So if the weather is nice tomorrow, my plan is to go down and finish off the archway, and then at least that is something to tick off the list. Now, while I'm in the fridge, I wanted to check what the best before date was for my bone broth. I feel like I've had it for a while. Used by 2033. I need to get some glasses sorted out. Used by 1904. And that looks like a 33 to me, but it can't be. Ah, here we go. April the 12th, 2025. Oh, disco light is starting. So right, so I'll have to start to consume them pretty smart. Don't want to waste them, do we? And then the other thing, I went down to the shop, like I said, to buy my veg. So I bought a swede, some parsnips, some carrots, an onion, because I didn't know if I had any. More parsnips and a carrot. And a leek. And then I remembered when I got to the homestead, I bought a leek. I've got about 40 of them in the garden. So I will have to remind myself not to buy any more leeks. And a mushroom kit I I want to get as well. Start making my own mushrooms. See, while the kettle's boiling, we're having a chat. It's been a busy old week this week. I've been to 2 funerals, and even though they might be held at 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock in the morning, they do take up the whole day. So it's been a bit of a busy week, but relaxing week. But I've noticed a turning point, and I thought, have you noticed this as well? It feels like the days are starting to lengthen out regarding daylight in the evening and in the morning. It is something I've noticed over the last 2 days. Right, kettle's on. I'm going to film us. Shall I do it tonight or should I do it tomorrow? I might do it tonight. I'm going to film myself doing my cowl. I've told you about the post office box, that is still open. And what else? I need to go to the post office on Monday as well. My friend who came down for Christmas left his jumper behind. So I said I would pop that in the post and send it up to him. So yes, chomping at the bit for a day or two of dry weather and sunshine, which could happen in the next few days, and then I'll just go through the list and tick off things. I'm sure there was something else I needed to let you know as well, but I can't think what it is. It's gone out of my head. No, it's gone. Anyway, if I remember, I'll tell you about it tomorrow. So from me until then, bye for now. What's up, Doc? Beautiful.